If true, this changes everything for the Los Angeles Lakers as rumors are starting to absolutely fly surrounding LeBron James and his future in LA. And these rumors are absolutely insane. I'm going to break down exactly what this is and discuss how, if true, everything just changed for the Los Angeles Lakers and the future of their franchise. But before we get into it all, folks, if you're part of the percentage who aren't subscribed to the channel, this is the place to be for daily Lakers content. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. Your guys' support has been unbelievable. So make sure to hit the subscribe button. You guys have been beasts. Folks, this is going to be an interesting one. And as of today, Tuesday, July 15th, a bunch of rumors have started to swirl as of hours ago, minutes ago, days ago even. Reports started to come out. And let's just dive right into it. Now, I'm going to start with this tweet here, and I'll preface this by saying take it with a massive grain of salt. There is a lot of rumors, fake speculation, perhaps real speculation going through. But this tweet got 40,000 likes, millions of views. Everyone is talking about it. So I'm going to add to that, and I'm going to talk about it as well because it is gaining a ton of traction. So it's a guy with like 6,000 followers on Twitter, but he came out and said, Mavs fan club, stay tuned. And it's a tweet basically of an iMessage saying that LeBron James is being traded to the Dallas Mavericks and the deal isn't public yet. No Sham suite, but behind the scenes, it's done. All these different things. Now, I'm not saying that I necessarily believe that this is true. However, everyone is talking about it right now. This got almost 50,000 likes on Twitter, and it has completely taken over the news cycle. And part of the reason for that is because about 5 minutes ago now, the Dallas Mavericks have moved into favorites to land LeBron James at plus 125, and every other suitor have kind of fallen back now, whether that be the Heat at plus 500, the Cavs at plus 550, Warriors plus 600, Knicks plus 800. And of course, all this speculation has fueled from the fact that LeBron has kind of been, ever since he signed, or rather opted into his player option, Rich Paul came out and said that his goal is to win a championship. And since then, it's been a little bit iffy. There's been ups and downs. I covered it a couple days ago. Dave McMenamin, came out and kind of called out Brian Windhorst, that is, on some of his reports. There hasn't been any reports, confirming or denying, these things here. You also have a guy, SM Highlights on Twitter, saying that he's in Vegas right now and he spoke with an agent and something big is happening with the Mavericks and how a trade is incoming, a 3-team deal with the Cavs being involved. You pair that with the fact that there's been a bunch of different, reports and I should say rumors, because again, this isn't from Shams or anyone like that. Regardless of the situation that, the legitimacy of this, and I'm going to let you guys, again, take it with a massive grain of salt. This is fully up to you to believe it or not. I'm kind of just speaking on the situation because everyone is, and it's getting a lot of traction, and I want to present it to you. It is an interesting idea because the Mavericks seem to be the only team that are actually possible in landing, or a possibility to land LeBron, and it would be crazy to see Nico Harrison come back and land LeBron James. But this all also stemmed from a couple days ago in that Dave McMenamin report that I covered. He said he spoke to Rich Paul and that 4 teams had contacted Rich Paul and the camp on a LeBron James trade. Now, within that report, of course, there was notes that LeBron hasn't officially requested a trade by any means and things like that. He has a no trade clause. However, it seems that behind the scenes, we saw with the Luka Doncic trade, I'm not going to rule out anything from happening. And I'm not saying that these reports are going to come to fruition, but we know the 4 teams, according to Scoop B, are the Mavericks, the Warriors, the Cavs, and the Clippers. Now, the Mavericks have been linked to LeBron since the moment it came out because they're one of the few teams, if one of the only teams really, that has interest, and that makes sense, where salaries can match. Because this would not be, keep in mind, this would not be a buyout scenario here for the Mavericks. This would be a trade, making sure the salaries match. And LeBron's not going to get bought out, right? That's just not going to happen. Dave McMenamin put that to bed. And of course, it all stemmed from the report from Dave McMenamin that 4 teams have been confirmed to have called about trading for LeBron. And supposedly, and almost all but confirmed, the Mavericks, who have a very interesting team. They have a beast of a center in Anthony Davis. Do they want to reunite, LeBron and Davis? It would be the craziest thing I've ever seen if LeBron gets traded to the Mavericks because, Luka from the Mavericks to the Lakers and then Lakers, LeBron, it would be insanity. But it would kind of, with all these reports that are coming out, it's kind of making you think. Now, this got 50,000 likes. I want to dive into some new things that dropped like minutes ago. And here is reportedly some other, this is pure speculation. Like this could legitimately just be made up at this point, like these texts. But it basically goes on to say that, Gafford is en route to Memphis. At this rate, apparently they'd rather trade Gafford, but it's possible if LeBron gets involved, both might be gone. Like, there's iMessages here. Feel free to pause and read the iMessages if you want. I'm just presenting them to you as information, saying something huge might be coming. Interesting, like, again, because this is all stemming from the fact that Summer League is on the go right now. And, sometimes people get insight, sometimes people get intel. Could also be, completely made up here. Now, again, this one got like 50,000 likes. We've yet to hear from a reporter that this isn't happening for sure. But At the same time, like, would reporters really give mind to a guy with 5,000 followers on Twitter? That's up to you guys. However, let's dive into the fit now with the Mavericks and how it could work for the Lakers. Because for a minute, let's entertain the possibility that this is going to happen. Because at this point, if it's with the Mavericks, whoever it's with, there's clearly some sort of, I don't know if animosity is the word. There's something going on between LeBron and the Lakers in the sense that the relationship doesn't seem 100%. Again, he refused to talk to, the media and all these different things. Seems to be fine. I'm sure he'll start the season with the Lakers. That would be my prediction right now. I don't think he's going to get traded. But if he is, I mean, Summer League at Vegas with all the GMs, besides Rob Pelinka apparently, is the time to do so. And let's dive into what a trade would look like, because you obviously have to get the salaries to match. And this is a framework that has been floated around and is one of the key reasons that the Mavericks are linked as heavily as they are into the sweepstakes for, of course, LeBron James. Excuse me. Lakers get Klay Thompson, Max Christie, PJ Washington, Daniel Gafford. Dallas gets LeBron. Now, to be honest, I don't even know. This obviously makes some sense. I mean, the Lakers are getting Max Christie back. They're getting Klay Thompson to pair alongside Luka Doncic as an okay defender and a shooter. You're solving one of your wing problems with PJ Washington, and then you're getting Daniel Gafford as well, which I guess would be your backup center. And then you put Jackson Hayes to the third string center. It's an interesting trade. Salaries obviously, I believe, work here, but it just seems so far-fetched that if they hadn't traded for Luka Doncic out of nowhere, I wouldn't even believe this at all. But because of that happening, I'm starting to, let me know about what did you do this deal, right? Is this something you would consider? Again, if you're the Mavericks, you're giving up all of your depth for LeBron James. Then you have Kyrie, who wanted to play with LeBron for a while, and vice versa. You then have Kyrie, LeBron, Anthony Davis, and then minimal depth from the Mavericks side. But you are getting LeBron James. And then, of course, for the Lakers, you're getting Klay Thompson, Max Christie, PJ Washington, Daniel Gafford, and some others, which makes things even more interesting. And then, of course, the Mavericks also have Cooper Flagg, who would be in the starting lineup. So you have a starting lineup of Kyrie, LeBron, AD, Cooper Flagg, and then whoever else they throw out there. Makes a lot of sense. Like, in theory, it would be a crazy turn of events. So let me know down below what your thoughts are. I mean, at the end of the day, we're going to hear, I'm sure, some updated information. Nothing recently has come out besides this from Rich Paul like an hour ago, saying that when LeBron James retires, the media will have to find a new boogeyman to hate on just to chase likes and boost ratings. So maybe this is trying to put to bed all these reports about, the Mavericks and LeBron. On the surface, it makes sense. Are these rumors true? Obviously, it's up in the air, but if they are, and somehow the Lakers trade LeBron James, let alone to Nico Harrison and the Mavericks, just an absolute shockwave should be sent through the NBA. And Shams did say this is going to be the craziest offseason that we've ever seen. It's been pretty crazy thus far, not quite as crazy as a few years ago, and I believe it was 2021, 2022, whenever that maybe even 2020, 2021, whenever that offseason was where everybody moved around, like Jimmy Butler and things like that. But if LeBron moves, then this is the beginning of something crazy for the Lakers and, of course, something crazy for the NBA and the entire franchise in general in LA. But that'll wrap it up. Let me know down below what your thoughts are on this. And do you think that this is going to happen, or do you believe these rumors?